Hello, everybody. My name is Isabelle, and this is Yoga for the Senses. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to be exploring our sense of touch. So, today I'm going to be practicing without a yoga mat on this hard wooden floor, and I'm going to be using a blanket, and I'm also going to be using a pillow. So, please join me with these things if you have them. If you have a yoga mat and you'd rather use that, use your yoga mat, whatever works for you. As always, you can practice by yourself, you can practice with friends, family. Feel free to bring people along, and everyone is welcome to these classes, whether you're new to yoga and you just want to give it a shot, whether you've done a bit of yoga before, you just want to get your practice up, or you've done loads of yoga and you want to try something new. Please join. I look forward to hearing how you find these classes. Feel free to comment below. And these classes have been made with Be Her Lead, in collaboration with Be Her Lead. So they're an organisation that work with women and young girls and teenagers. So if you're from the Be Her Lead community, welcome. Thanks for coming. And of course, everyone else is also welcome. I just want to mention that if you're not from the Be Her Lead community, and you've made it here, then I'm so happy to have you too. Welcome to, and that's it from me. So let's get started. So today we're going to start lying on our backs, and we're going to either use a pillow or use a blanket. If you do have a yoga mat and you want to use it, feel free to use it. I'm just going to use these two things for today. So, coming to lie on our backs with our head on the pillow, why not? Let's get comfy. You can have the blanket on you if you want to. And once you get down there, placing the soles of your feet flat on the ground. See if you can get your lower back nice and flat on the ground, so you can really feel the contact between the ground and your lower back. So there's no you can't place your hand underneath your back, there's no curve, it's fully in contact. And then you're going to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. If you're feeling a bit chilly, or if you just want the comfort, you can put your blanket on you. But making sure that you've got one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Start to notice your breath. Notice how your chest and your belly rise. And by hand on belly, I mean hand just above your belly button. Just notice what happens when you breathe here. What moves? And then we're going to take a deep breath in together and see if we can send the breath as deep into our lungs as possible, so that you notice that hand that's on your belly rises. Just try it out, see if it works. So inhale, send the breath to the belly, feel it rise, and exhale. Feel the belly fall. Let's try one more time. Inhale, send the breath down and deep to the belly, and exhale. Let it all go out. Okay, and we're going to start to time that. So I'm going to count you in. So we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 4. And see if you can send the breath deep. And when you inhale, feel your belly rise, and when you exhale, feel your belly fall. If that belly thing doesn't happen, don't worry, just focus on breathing deeply. And I'm going to count you in. So we're going to breathe deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Notice how you're feeling. We're going to do one more round, except this time we're going to exhale for 6 counts. So we are lengthening our exhale. So we're breathing in for 4 and we're breathing out for 6. And by doing so, we're calming our bodies down. We're calming down the nervous system. We're telling our bodies you can relax. So you should feel really good. If it ever feels overwhelming doing this breathing in time with me, just let go and breathe naturally. But give it a go. So, one hand just above your belly button and one hand on your chest, remembering to breathe deeply. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. Notice how you're feeling. Notice whether it was easy. Notice whether it was challenging to lengthen the exhale. We just tried one kind of rhythm. You can try loads of other rhythms. So today's class is all about our sense of touch. And we've started the class by breathing with our hands on our chest. And that has allowed us to notice our breath even more through the sense of touch. So I'm going to ask you to focus on that sense throughout the class. Okay, so you can release your hands and take the blanket off. If you've got a blanket on, place it to one side, and then you're going to bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Real big hug here. And just imagine that you're hugging yourself like you would be hugging someone else. So really feel the love here. How does it feel? And then you're going to place your hands under your knees, on the back of your thighs, and you're going to just roll all the way up to sitting. So roll up to sitting, and you're welcome to sit on your pillow if you want, or just sit on the floor, cross one leg over the other, and we're going to start moving with the breath. So you're going to inhale your nose all the way up to the ceiling, and exhale, draw a line with your nose all the way down to the ground, bringing your chin to your chest. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, draw a line with your nose all the way to the ceiling. And exhale, draw that line all the way down to the ground, chin to chest. Last one, inhale, draw that line up. And exhale, draw it down. Inhale, look up directly in front of you. And then we're going to place both of our hands next to our hips. And just feel your hands in contact with the ground, spreading your fingers out really wide. Feel that contact. And then you're going to bring awareness to your left hand. Feel the contact in your left hand, and inhale, draw the right hand up above your head and then towards the left. And you can bend that right elbow a bit. Nice. So for a nice side stretch, inhaling. And exhale, draw the hand back up and to the floor. And we're going to do the other side. So bring the awareness into the right hand this time. Notice the feeling of touch, and you're going to inhale the left arm up overhead and to the right, bending that right elbow if you need to. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back to center. Nice. And this time you're going to inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, draw both of your palms in front of you, flat on the floor, wherever they land. And you can relax the head down. Notice your palms touching the mat. Notice every finger touching the mat. You might want to peel the fingers off and place them back down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You're going to roll all the way back up to sitting. Head comes up last. And then you're going to undo the fold of your legs so that you've got the opposite leg on top. And we're going to do that again. So inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, palms come down in front of you. And you can release the head down. The head does not need to touch the ground at all. Focus on the sensation in your hands and then in your fingertips. You might want to peel the fingertips off the floor and then press them back down. Do that a few times, kind of tapping them. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then you're going to roll all the way up. Head comes up last. And then we are going to come onto all fours. So if you've got a pillow underneath you, just take it away. And if you're worried that your knees might hurt on the floor, you can bring that rug, or you can bring the pillow, and you're just going to rock onto your knees, checking that you have your shoulders on top of your wrists and that you've got your hips on top of your knees, coming into a nice flat back position. We're going to do our cat-cow. So checking that your hands, your knees and the tops of your feet are touching the floor. Feel that connection. You're going to inhale, curl the spine under, look up, draw your shoulders back. And exhale, look towards your belly button. Dome your back as much as you need to. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, look up, draw your shoulders back, And exhale. Press into your hands, your knees, your feet. Look towards your belly button. Dome your back. Relax your head. Inhale. Look up. Draw your shoulders back. And exhale. Look towards your belly button. Dome your back. Inhale. Come to a flat back position. You got this. And then we're going to freestyle here. So hear me out on this one. It might feel weird, but hopefully you're either by yourself or just with a friend or a family member, and you can freestyle here. There's no judgments. You can close your eyes if it feels good and just start to move in any direction you want. If you don't really know which direction to move in, you can start to draw like an 8, the number 8 with your hips. Imagine that you're drawing an 8. And then start to explore what other movements can you do. Move into the parts of your body that feel like they need to be kind of unblocked. Maybe there's bits of your body that feel like, oof, they haven't moved for ages and they feel blocked. You might hear some cracks, some clicks. I can hear them in my wrists and my hips. Have fun. Keep breathing. Find a flow. You can take this as quickly or as slowly as you want to. Nice, and then coming back to all fours, we're going to come up to plank. So curl your toes under and then push your legs up into a straight line, extended legs coming into a plank. And then you're going to lift your hips up, come to a downward facing dog. So checking your downward facing dog, so checking that your palms are pressing into the ground, that your fingers are nice and stretched out like starfish. Checking that your elbows are kind of twisted in, so twisting the elbows in towards the front of the room. That will open up your shoulder blades. So twisting the elbows in, and then see where your hips are. Imagine them in space. See if you can kind of, by pushing into your hands, lift the hips a bit higher. Amazing. And then bend your knees a bit and see if you can lift your hips even higher. And then once you're there and you feel like your back is nice and flat, see if you can push the heels down towards the ground. It doesn't matter if they don't touch. And just play with this position. Keep adjusting. It doesn't need to look like anything. It doesn't need to look like the perfect downward dog. It just needs to feel good. Alright, and then you're going to kind of move your center of gravity towards your hands and then bring your knees back down. And then bring the knees out wide, big toes together, and we're going to come into a child's pose. So bring your sit bones down to your heels. If you want, you can place a pillow in between. Hands forwards, forehead to the mat. Nice. Inhaling and exhaling. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look towards your hands. Come back to all fours. And press up into a downward facing dog. Pushing that pillow away if you need to. Adjusting that downward facing dog. Can you push your hips up a bit more? You might want to walk the dog, meaning that you bend one knee after the other, so that you're stretching out your legs, your hamstrings, and then you're going to lift your right leg up into the sky, three-legged dog, and then you're going to bring that right leg in between the hands, and then bend that back knee down to the floor, pressing in to that front foot. Bring both of your arms up, palms come to touch, and then exhale, bring both of your arms out to the side, bending the elbows, cactus arms. Imagine that you're trying to bring your elbows to touch behind you. Nice. Inhale, palms come back up to touch, and exhale, both hands to frame that front foot. And then you're going to bring that front foot and front knee to meet the back knee, so you're back onto all fours. Coming up into plank, and then pushing up to downward facing dog again. Finding your dog. Can you walk the dog a bit? Can you spread your fingers like starfish? And then bring that left leg up into the sky, and bring that left foot in between the hands. Placing that back knee down, pressing to that front foot. Both arms come up, palms come to touch, and then arms come out wide, elbows bend. Imagine the elbows are trying to touch one another behind your back, cactus arms. And inhale, palms come back up to touch. Exhale, both palms to the ground around your front foot. Bring that front foot and front knee to meet the other knee. You're on all fours. Come up to plank. And then push to downward facing dog. Last one. Checking your hands. Can you push your hips up? You might want to bend your knees. That might help you push your hips up a bit more. And then you're going to look towards your hands, and you're going to step all the way, your feet all the way to meet your hands. So small little steps. You might have to come onto your fingertips, and then you're going to fold forward. So bending your knees as much as you need to. Both hands, both palms touch the floor. Relaxing your head so you can nod your head to say yes, nod your head to say no, relaxing the neck. And I want you to take a moment here to notice your palms touching the floor, and then bring your attention to your feet touching the floor. And finally, bring your attention to your hands and your feet, all four touching the floor. Try to focus only on that. Keep breathing deeply. And then we're going to inhale, start to roll up the spine, and coming up with your fingertips touching your legs. So your fingertips are tracing a line on your legs, and you're rolling up the spine vertebra by vertebra. Your head is what comes up last. Once you get up there, you can breathe in deeply and let it all out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time together. Inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice. Okay. We're going to come onto our tiptoes now. So come onto your tiptoes. Arms come up towards the ceiling. You can look up, try and keep that balance, and then start to bend your knees. Keep that balance. You got this. Bend all the way down until your palms touch the ground. And then you're going to place your forehead onto your knees. And if you can, or if you want to here, you can bring both of your hands to hug your knees. And you're still on your tiptoes, so find that balance. It's okay if you end up sitting down, if you fall over. Just take a moment here resting, and then tip onto your sit bones. Extend your legs out, give them a wiggle, and then you're going to bring the right inside of your foot, sole of your foot, and press it against that extended leg. Checking that both of your sit bones are flat on the floor. You can sit on a pillow if you want to. And once you feel comfy here, you're going to inhale, both palms come up, and exhale, fold forward. So hands come down towards that extended leg. I'm going to grab a pillow actually. So you might want to also bring the pillow onto your leg and see if you can bring your head down towards the pillow. You might not be able to. I'm realizing I actually don't think I can. But maybe for those of you who can, it might be really relaxing to have your head relaxed down onto the pillow. Deep breaths here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale, look up towards your foot, and you're going to roll all the way back up to sitting. Extend that leg, give your legs a wriggle. We're going to do the other side. So bring the left inside of the foot onto that extended leg. Check that the foot on the extended leg is nice and flexed towards you. Check your sitting bones, flat on the floor. You can bring a pillow onto that extended leg if you want to. And then we're going to inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, fold forward. Just notice where your hands land. It doesn't matter if you can touch your foot or not. My hands fall onto my calves. And relax your head down. Maybe it will fall onto the pillow. Maybe your arms will rest onto the pillow. You don't need to use a pillow here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, look towards your foot and start to roll back up to sitting. Get rid of that pillow. And then extend those legs out, give them a wiggle. Then we're going to bring our feet in, our heels in, both feet to touch, coming into this nice diamond shape. And it's up to you. You can bring your heels in really close, but you'll feel a bigger stretch in your thighs and your hips. You can bring them a bit further away from you. See if you can sit up nice and tall. So if you're finding that your back's rounding, you might want to bring your feet a bit further away. And then bring your hands to your feet and give yourself a bit of a massage here, especially on the inside, the arch. See what happens when you give yourself a bit of a massage. We walk on our feet all day, and sometimes they feel a bit unloved. They might feel a bit tense. If you're grossed out by this, give it a go. Come on. Give it a try. Your feet deserve a bit of love. Think of all the stuff your feet do. They're so cool. Get you places. You can also just have your hands on your ankles if you want to, and you can give your ankles a massage. That feels a bit more comfortable for you. Just focusing on that sense of touch. It's nice to massage the ankles too, actually. I want to massage the tops of the feet, the toes if you want to. And see if you can keep sitting up nice and tall. And then you're going to bring both of your hands to the outside of your knees. Bring the knees in. And then check that you've got a pillow ready down there. And you're going to roll all the way down to lie on your back. And you're going to bring your knees into your chest. And you're going to rock from side to side. And before we end today's practice, I'd like you to roll back up to sitting one last time. So roll back up. Stay with the soles of your feet flat on the ground. And then bring both of the palms of your hands behind your sit bones with the fingertips pointing forwards. And then see if you can roll your shoulders back. So you're kind of rolling your shoulder blades together. And look slightly up and shine your chest up. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then if it feels comfortable, you can come onto your forearms. So nice and gentle, come onto your forearms here. See how that feels. Palms of the hands flat on the floor. And again, can you roll your shoulder blades together and back and look up. And we're going to take 2 breaths here. 1 through the nose, and then we're going to out through the mouth. So inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Second one, inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. And then release all the way to the mat. Head on your pillow once more and your knees come in. And you can rock from side to side, hug yourself, and again, take a moment to really hug yourself like you were hugging someone else, but spoiler alert, it's you. You're hugging yourself. Give yourself a bit of love. You might want to thank yourself here. Think of something you want to thank yourself for. Maybe you want to thank yourself for coming to yoga, to this yoga class, for showing up. That's a big thing. Or thank yourself for something else that you did before coming to yoga. And then you can release the legs, release the arms. Let your body lie in our resting pose, Shavasana. You've got a blanket, you can place it on your body. Be nice and cozy. Love a blanket. And then we're going to bring one hand to the belly, just above the belly button, one hand to the chest. See if you can connect with your breath. See if you can deepen your breath. So when you inhale, can you send the breath down to the belly so that your belly rises? And when you exhale, send the breath out and your belly falls. Deep breath in. Send it to the belly and exhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Keep breathing here. Deepening the breath. And if this is too much for you, deepening the breath, then just breathe as you normally would, but keep noticing how that feels in your body. So, because your hands are touching your body, you can really notice how your body is moving with the breath. So your choice, either deepen your breath and try sending it to the belly, or let your breath flow naturally and just notice how your body's moving. We're going to stay here for a few moments. And then nice and gentle, release the hands off your body to the floor. And then you're going to bring your hands, palms together to your forehead for peace, to your heart for love, and then both palms down to the ground for gratitude. Taking one last moment to feel the ground underneath your hands. Connect with your sense of touch. Connect with your whole body touching the floor. Thank you so much for coming to yoga today and practicing with me. I'm so grateful to have you. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.